Howdy folks, as you may know, I live here in sunny Oregon, and here we have state-run liquor distribution, which is mostly fine. We get a lot of good stuff, but if I want to find anything really unusual, I have to get it from out of state. So lately I've been going to Astor Wines to pick up interesting fun bottles, and today I've got an Austrian Carrot Eau De Vie, which sounds pretty weird. It is a little bit weird. We're gonna see if we can make a cocktail with it. Let's go. So Eau De Vie is basically like fruit brandy, typically unaged fruit brandy, usually made from things like apricots, raspberries, grapes, of course, cherries. But this one today is made with carrots. It's made in the town of Augsburg, Austria, at a place called Reisetbauer. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's close enough. They make a bunch of Eau De Vies there. They make a pear and a raspberry, of course, and a cherry, and all manner of Eau De Vie. They also make a gin, and they have a single malt whiskey and a few other things. I don't know a whole lot about it, but looking at their website, it looks like a very modern, like newly built, very fancy, high technology operation. I would love to try more of their stuff, but given that I'm here in Oregon, that'll probably be a while before I see anything like that here. But I'm sure you're wondering, what does Carrot Eau De Vie taste like? Let's find out right now. It's perfectly clear, of course. 41.5% alcohol. Whoa, and it's got a very carroty smell. It's kind of weird. It smells like, not like carrots, but like also like cooked carrots and like almost like carrot tops. Like sort of the whiff you get of a carrot after it's been sitting in the fridge for a while. Yeah, like very intense carrot. Like almost too much carrot. Very earthy, very savory. Let's give it a taste. I mean, carroty. It isn't as weird on the palate. Pretty nice actually on the palate. A little bit sweet, a little bit savory. It's like a savory, sweet, carroty mouthful. Lovely. Now, oftentimes when you get sort of an unusual product like this, it takes some experimentation to figure out how it's going to work out in a cocktail. Sometimes things with more delicate flavors get lost in a drink, sort of like the kirsch we had a couple weeks ago. And some things that have a powerful flavor will like sort of overwhelm a drink. Like grappa oftentimes will just overpower a lot of other ingredients. So I did some experimenting, and I actually feel like this holds up pretty well in a drink. Now, I tried making a sour with it. That didn't really work out. I decided that we should go in a martini direction. Early on, I decided what really went well with carrots is turmeric, so I went ahead and made a turmeric syrup. Now, I have a video all about turmeric syrup you can check out, but basically, peel some turmeric, cook up some simple syrup, let it steep in there for a couple of hours, and that's all there is to it. Very simple. So this is going to be a carrot-based martini sweetened with turmeric syrup. I'm going to split the base with gin and Pisco. For gin, I'm going with Plymouth Navy Strength. It's not too aggressive of a gin, but it'll give a little backbone to the drink. For the Pisco, I'm using Carravedo Mosto Verde. This is a fancier bottle than you need to use. Use whatever Pisco you have on hand. This is the only bottle I currently have after my Pisco adventures from a little over a year ago. For vermouth, I've got Dolin Dry. That's what I happen to have open right now. I think another vermouth would work fine in this. I did try using Blanc vermouth, and I prefer the dry. The Blanc was a little too sweet. I also tried just adding a little bit of Blanc to this for complexity, and I wasn't feeling it. But I did decide to put in just a bar spoon of sherry, just because that nuttiness just goes really well with the turmeric. I'm using this East India Solera, but I would use whatever you have on hand. Maybe an Oloroso, maybe a Fino would be nice. I also decided to throw in some of these Bokers bitters, just for a little interest. Maybe a little bitter aftertaste would be good. I also decided to put in a couple drops of saline solution. It's a savory drink. A couple of drops of salt will do nicely. All right, so that's the drink explained. Let's go to the montage. did it. 1 carat gold. I wasn't sure what to call this drink. I was trying to think of a bunch of like rabbit puns or carrot puns. I couldn't think of any. If you've got any good carrot puns, put them down below. Let's give this drink a try. 1 carat gold. It has a beautiful color. That turmeric syrup, really, it's good because it makes you think more of carrots, you know, because it's orange here in the glass, sort of yellowish orange. But I think that's another good reason to use a turmeric syrup. I'd say you get gin right up front, but it's a savory, the savory carrotness sort of comes through after that. If you like a savory martini, you know, a dirty martini, something like that, this would be very nice. I'll admit that isn't my favorite drink of all time, but I do love to play with those sort of savory flavors in a martini. Amazing. Yeah, the carrot isn't really overpowering. It's sort of blending in with the turmeric and the gin, and just sort of giving you an overall sort of you know, savory experience. You know, I'm into it. Anyway, I like a boozy drink, but a little extra sweetness in it is really the thing I like. So I'm really loving this turmeric syrup in here. The turmeric and the carrot just are really nice. Turmeric syrup is delicious and goes great with tequila. You know, any sort of semi minerally or savory thing. Amazing. All right, I think that was a fun one. I don't really expect anybody to have this Carrot Eau De Vie or any Carrot Eau De Vie, so I'm not expecting anyone to really make this drink, but hopefully you'll see that, like, you know, there's ways of thinking through these drinks to add some complexity, to balance one element with the other, to try and make a fun drink. And of course, at your house, you can put in as many ingredients as you want because it's your house and you can make any drink you want. All right, I guess that's it. If you have any questions, put them down in the comments. Hit me with those carrot puns, and we will see you next time.